So the first thing I'm going to do is use my Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer to conceal any of my dark spots and acne scarring, also using my Mini Beauty Blender. And then I'm going to take the Makeup Forever HD Concealer in number 335 to color correct any areas that would cast a shadow otherwise. After I brush down my eyebrows, I'm going to use the Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade in dark brown to fill in my eyebrows. Then I'm going to mix that same number 14 full cover concealer with the 335 HD concealer to carve them out. And I'm making sure that they're nice and thin, like a doll. I'm going to then use that same concealer that I just mixed to brighten up underneath my eyes, and then begin applying my 24-hour foundation from Lancome with my Beauty Blender. Now I'm using my Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer in number 20 to contour my face. And you'll see me play around with my cheeks a few times just because I felt like toward the end I was looking a little bit too human and I wanted to be more doll-like. I'm going to continue to contour around my nose as well. And you want to make sure you bring the contour on your nose all the way up into that eyebrows so it makes your nose look straighter and longer. Make sure that when you're blending the cheekbones that you are blending it up to make sure that the color is fading up into your cheekbones and there's still a sharp line underneath, because we want this to be animated and we want it to look doll-like. How many times do you think I'm going to say doll-like in this video? Right now I'm using the Makeup Forever Super Matte Loose Powder to set my makeup, and I'm just doing this in between before I continue on, so not to mess up anything that I've already laid down. And now I'm using the Sephora Collection Brightening Powder underneath my eyes to further set that, and also make sure that my eyes look bright and wide open and big, just like a doll. And after we dust off a little bit of excess, we are going to break open my new holy grail, my Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca palette. Yes! This palette has been my absolute life. So the first color that I'm going to use on this Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca palette that I absolutely love is Noble. And I chose this color because it has more brown tones in it, which is good for me because it's still light, but it's not too light. If you're more fair skinned, you might want to use one of the brighter colors or one of the more pearl colors. The crease color I'm using, I believe, is called Vox. That's that dark brown shade that's in the inner wheel as well. All the colors I'm using are actually in the inner wheel. And above that, I'm going to use the color Molder underneath my brow bone just to give me a little bit more depth and highlight. So I'm taking an angle brush and going back in with Vox to bring the outer corners of my contour color into the middle part, the middle of my lash line. And then I'm taking a smaller brush and going into my tear duct with the color Skulls to brighten up and make my eyes look wider and bigger. Using the Sephora eyeshadow pencil in white, I'm going to line my waterline with it again to accentuate my eyes and make them look bigger and more doll-like. So like I said before, I go back in several times to play with my cheeks. This time I use the Sephora Collection Contour and Highlight Stick in the darkest shade, and I'm going to end up playing with my cheeks a little bit more because I'm trying to get them to look more doll-like and protruded and not real, I guess. And then I'm just setting it with some powder. Same Super Matte Loose powder. and I'm going in with the color Box from the palette again to give it some more depth, and I'm trying to blend that up with my Urban Decay contour brush. And if you guys haven't done so already, you guys need to check out the new Sephora collection blushes. They are super pigmented and so beautiful, and some of them are really good dupes for some of the NARS collection blushes. And one of the main reasons why I record after my video is done is because people be trying to talk to me and stuff, and like they don't see me recording. Full conversation while I'm trying to record. Like seriously. Next we're going to use my holy grail of highlighters, my Makeup Forever Prosculpting Duo. It is my favorite highlighter. The gold is just so beautiful. I feel like a goddess every time I put it on. It is like hella amazing. And I have a tip. I had the worst experience with this gel eyeliner that I'm using that I got from Hot Topic, but it wasn't the gel eyeliner that was such a big deal, it was the brush. Once I started using my Bobbi Brown eyeliner brush, I had no issues at all whatsoever out of this eyeliner. So some of the cheapest makeup can actually make good if you have good tools to use it with. You don't have to replace a brush as often as you have to replace a $30 gel eyeliner. So if you must use a cheap gel eyeliner, make sure you use a great brush. Speaking of, I just cleaned mine off and began to line my lips. And I'm actually extending the edges of my lips and curving them up. Here's a tip for you guys. I didn't realize this until after I did my lips. You want to smile when you do this, because if you get the lining off, you're going to end up smiling and the edges of your lips are going to turn down just like there. So I actually went in and fixed it after I looked in the mirror and paused the video and stuff. So just remember to say cheese. Next I'm going to grab my Marc Jacobs red lipstick that I got for spending too much money at Sephora and becoming a VIB Rouge. Yeah, that happened. Next thing I'm going to do is draw the lines where you would otherwise see a marionette doll's mouth moving up and down. And I'm going to take the black eyeshadow from the Kat Von D palette and just kind of create a little bit of shading. This is going to aid in making it look a little bit more realistic that the chin is separated in that area. And then I'm also going to take my same highlighter, the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo, and highlight my chin and go back in around my nose as well. Now before I did my eyebrows just so I would have a good guideline, but now I'm taking my gel eyeliner again and I'm filling in my eyebrows so that they're more sharp and they stand out more, just like a doll's would. A creepy marionette doll. Next I'm going to take my Makeup Forever individual eyelashes and I'm going to apply them to that fake waterline that I created earlier. After applying the glue to the lash, you're going to want to let it dry a little bit, just enough so that it gets tacky. The tackier it is, the easier it will be to apply it and have it stick to that lash line, whether it be your real lash line or a synthetic one that you create with white and black eyeliner. this first blush I used was obviously not bright enough, so we had to change that. There we go, now we're starting to not look real. Loving it! But it's still not enough, we must go back in with more contour color. We're using that same eyeshadow, just laying it on thicker now that we have the perfect blush. Now we're going to take my number 14 concealer from Makeup Forever that I used on my face earlier to conceal some of the dark spots that I have on my chest as well. Then we're going to contour my chest to make my boobies look bigger. Yeah! So my Marionette doll actually has a story. She is a recently freed Marionette and she's a little crazy, and so I'm going to show you how to back comb my wig so you can get that crazy deranged doll look. So, I mean, simple like zhuzhing can get you some volume too without like truly like messing up your wig. You can like zhuzh it up, if zhuzh is a word, but I'm going to comb the ends out. Get it nice and smooth so you can see what the wig looks like with its full integrity. Ugh, lips are sticky. I have like 5 lipsticks on because I couldn't figure out which one I wanted to do. I had absolutely no plan for this look. I just knew I wanted to do a Marionette doll. And when I saw this wig on Amazon, I was like, it has to involve this wig. So, this is the wig in its full integrity and all combed out and nice and smooth. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it little by little and just comb up. And this is going to ruin this beautiful wig. I mean, you can get it back, but it's going to take some time and effort. I'm just going to give you some volume.